the Q&A actually came out. What year is it? Oh, that makes sense. Also, how 50 hours long? Well, I'll tell you, it's because the update section got removed. The Q&A is now officially the Q&A series again. In the previous Q&A episode from about 3,000 years ago, I said that in each Q&A episode I would do an update section if there was enough stuff to talk about. And I expected that the previous, the future ones would not have as much, and the next one actually had nothing. So I was right about that, but I didn't even get to talk about that because the first attempt, I didn't finish it and decided to just go and start again. And as you probably know, the second attempt did not go well. Well, it was going well for a while, and then it just didn't. The update stuff was just so large. Started again for the third time, and this time I'm not doing the update stuff. I don't know if I'll do it in future Q&A episodes, but I will still video on that stuff. Here, let me just explain exactly what I mean by that. Basically, this Q&A is not going to feature updates, and future ones might not, but I still want to do those updates things. And doing it in one big video, that would I have no idea what future me is going to do. Future me is probably just gonna never do the update section ever. Anyway, I will show you some stuff from the second attempt Q&A. And now that I think about it, I actually haven't shown any clips of the second Q&A, I think. So I'll show some clips at the end of the video. But for now, I'm just going to go and answer the questions. Hey, it's early morning Slimecraft to tell you that I forgot to say that I was going to be answering the questions again, like I'd already answered them 2 times in both Q&A attempts. For some reason, it seems like I get like no questions when I tell people to just comment on the video. That's not just a generic Q&A thing that doesn't feature stuff like when I tell people to just comment on the previous Q&A or the video that you're watching right now, just the Q&A. It seems like no one leaves questions compared to when I don't do that. So back to the generic, just outro Q&A things where you leave comments. Oh, you should set a theme so then people like don't need to like think of ideas. Does it, and when I don't make it optional, no one does it correctly. Anyway, I said I would update video and questions, but no one understood that. So I'm just going to include those questions in this one, as well as, I'll be re-answering them. I did not do a very good job of explaining this. Right, yeah, hang on. I was supposed to comes out as the update section was supposed to be what mattered. But now this Q&A series will hopefully just continue separately from that. Thought I got on with it way faster, but apparently I didn't. I will end with the clips from the Q&A thing. Oh yeah, also, but I'm not gonna call this Q&A that anymore. It's the update. I would call it that, which is what this was designed for. But instead, I'm just gonna go with something else since I'm not doing the updates in this video anymore. All right, I have to do the rest of this now because that's where I. Anyway, I'm actually going to be more generous and show some clips from the second attempt Q&A now, since I realized that there were more things that I forgot to say, and it's just easier Q&A as we go along and I say those other things. I'm still annoyed about this. Okay, I think we're ready to start the clips. I'll do this in the same style as in the second channel. Hello, it's me from the future to tell you forget everything you just heard. It's actually not in the second channel video. That one just contained the full thing. This was used in the second attempt Q&A, but I'm not even going to show that part of the second attempt Q&A, meaning that no one other than me will have seen that. So what was the point of that information? That information meant nothing. Anyway, back to the stuff, the clips. Also, you better not have skipped through any of this video or else you would have missed some very important information. But I might have died by the time I answered the question, but I did it. Clip 3. Anyway, some other stuff. I recorded for a long time saying basically nothing, and I've cut basically the entirety of that out because I want to make it faster and boring and bad. Before I play clip 4.mp3, achieve that. Clip 4. Like, there were pretty much no questions to the point where I'm just going to grab things that weren't even questions, just so I can, add more sort of questions thing and stuff I can say about, or else I might as well not even include these and just make it like an update video. Q&A clips are over. The reason I did this so you would know when the clip ended, this started. Anyway, when I'm recording this, it's been like a week. Previous Q&A, that and a post I made about the Q&A. Now I will use a transition from like for real at this time. There are two things I have to say. The like barely any leave questions for months and I'm including some questions that weren't meant to be questions, but I'm including them anyway. Also, recently I was rewatching all the Q&A episodes. Rewatching the first one, I was like, you know what? The question on just like a black background was like so I present to you the question stadium. It's just something I wanted to test out. The questions for this Q&A will appear on here. You can leave feedback on it and if I should keep doing it in the comments. Okay, we're 9 minutes in. I'll do the first question. How did you got the idea to create that icon? Okay, I assume they mean this, which is an edited version of this, which is based off 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 of a character I made up 3 years ago. Have you ever had someone ask a question for a Q&A on a video you used to comment on if you wanted to be in a Q&A since 1470 BC? No, I think that was the last time. Why do you live in Australia? I don't know, I just do. Why did you leave me? This comment is the first time I've heard of you ever. How many times watched the Mine Song? Why did it stop? Did it just crash? Anyway, I have no idea about the question, but I do think that I've spent more seconds delaying this Q&A than watching the Mine Song. Now we have a bunch of questions, but none of them matter because the answer to all of them is no. Who is Lucky Penny 10? I don't know. Okay, this one's very long. So first, they spelled they gave an answer instead of a question, and third, the answer is the truth. It's the turd. What's your favorite effect? I don't have a favorite or least favorite. What's your favorite color? I'll just let first attempt Q&A me answer this because it's easier than editing this again. All of them, including this. What do you think of Tapat? I don't know. Create your own show because I am working on mine. Just mean like a YouTube thing, then yeah, I've done that many times, but I'm pretty sure absolutely none of them have been finished. If you mean like to actually like put on TV or something, seems like it's like pretty annoying to like do that and worth it or anything. I don't know what like is and stuff. I don't know, maybe something will end up on like Netflix or something many years in the future, but probably not. Do you know your second and plus channels? Wait, you're telling me that there are more channels for me to subscribe to where I get more content and that Slimecraft has scheduled a bunch of videos on the Plus channel recently and plans on doing some stuff on the second channel in maybe like a few weeks or maybe even a few months. Apparently, Slimecraft doesn't really have that many ideas for stuff. Anyway, this comment got deleted, and I assume that's because it was stupid. But because I got a screenshot of it, I decided to use it anyway so I could promote the other channels. Okay, the person who commented this is making it not make sense, so I'll just use the screenshot that's now as old as a 6-month-old baby. My question screenshots are growing up. Anyway, basically what this was is some person was spamming a bunch of like weird, confusing story things with like planets talking and stuff on mainly my Q&As, and I kept asking them why they were doing it and asking them to stop, but they would never tell me. They would either be like, no, or they would say absolutely, or they'd give me more confusing stories. Characters was Rycroft Studios. I hate Rycroft. I don't care. And I guess this but they later went on to make a video saying that I hate them, where they took a bunch of moments in time where of them. If it wasn't for me doing these in the second attempt at this Q&A, I would just not do them. But since I did them in the second attempt at this Q&A, I guess I'll do them again. So let's just speed through them. There's 15 of them, so America video. That's not where I made the Q&A you commented that on. 2024, Chicago. I seriously didn't make that Q&A in the US. 5-question speedrun. Yep, the question speedruns are back. The band, the buy yourself numbers in time from beyond. What? I got a snake A. Double what? Lego videos of nobody ever fails. It really does. I think I'm not talking about. Not talking about what? Pecano bacon names I got, nobody can names I got another one so. So what? Lego Marvel. Huh? No pick up. Double huh? Because the video game for girls videos in the Africa love real deals on Galleria. Yes, I definitely understood that. 5-question speedrun 2. These are the last. No, I got a gun that doesn't know. Okay. Megasaurus video. Double okay. I pick up Mario Copper, not the... He's going to Mario Copper, everyone. A picture. And. Whoa! We got some questions! We did it! Now for more clips from the second attempt at the Q&A. Clip 1. Black and white corded power robot. Lost sounds. Clip 2. And then they kept being like, "Ugh!" Clip 3. And pretty much the entire video was inaccurate. Clip 4. A picture. Clip 5. And I'll be looking at some things I said in the previous Q&A that I wanted to mention and talk about it. I'm also going to be talking about just like stuff that's happened here because I want these to also be a way for me to do that. Clip 6. Slime pod. Cancelled. Clip 7. Starting with 3 small things I did in February. So I made this beautiful image for National Pancake Day. And then I wanted to upload a video on Leap Day because I haven't been that before. So I did it. Clip 8. Okay, so this section is almost done. Let's see what Slimecraft's gonna do with it. Are you sure you want to delete 179 things? Yes. The Q&A series continues successfully. As for this channel, I don't really know what to do in the future, but I think I might slow down uploads because of storage reasons. As for us, I don't really know what's going to happen after the remaining scheduled videos come out. Maybe at one point I'll just schedule a bunch more, and I probably will. Not necessarily that soon. I don't think many people really care about that stuff on Plus, like me, so I'm not going to put too much. So maybe, I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen, really. Thank you to everyone who's seen this live. Remember that I'm... Till that gets uploaded, I won't be accepting questions on this video into Q&A episode 6. I might reply to them normally. I might not. Anyway, I think that's all the stuff I need to say, so outro time.